Hello and welcome to Zoo TV. I'm your host, Charissa Enns. As we just wrapped up Diversity Week, we are here to welcome Lalea Miller, who is the president of the Pacific Islanders organization, for a special interview. Lalea, welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Of course.
So first, what is a Pacific Islander organization?
So the Pacific Islanders organization, or PIO, is just a group of students that need a home away from home. So whether it's students that identify as Pacific Islanders, so whether that's Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan, or all of the others, or students that don't identify but want to learn more about the culture, it's a place for them to just be in fellowship together and have different events around the school year to just learn more about the culture and learn more about each other.
Can you tell me more about what you do on a week-to-week basis?
So last semester we met once every month at the beginning, the first Thursday of every month in Win 2. And we had meetings about what it meant to grow up in the culture. So we had some people share. We had some workshops on how to make like some favorite snacks in the culture. But this semester, as we're prepping for our luau, we have practices every week. So those kind of serve as our meetings every week. So we're, practicing with each other, with different members, and just having fun together.
Can you tell me a little bit about your favorite Pacific Islander food?
I'm part Hawaiian, so I guess my favorite dish would have to be kalua pig, and it's roast pork. Usually it's roasted in like an underground oven, but if you don't have an underground oven, you can make it anywhere in your oven, crock pot, and it's just basically pulled pork. Yeah.
What does luau look like? Like, what does that look to put that on?
So luau, this is going to be the 32nd annual luau. So the first one was in 1987 when the club was founded. It started off in UTCC, and then as it evolved, UTCC just got too small. So it's transitioned over to Felix Event Center. This year it's on March 30th. And it's just a huge event that students put on the whole thing. So whether it's from coordinating the dances and teaching the dances every week, or making the outfits for our dancers to wear, booking the space, making all the lighting cues, every single part is student coordinated and student planned. So this year we have, I think, 160 dancers. And we have over 1,400 guests come every year, and we sell out all the dinner tickets, and we serve a traditional Hawaiian meal. And it's always around a theme about our culture, so it ties in the different cultural dances, but it's also, at the end of the day, just to praise God for giving us the ability to dance and giving us this platform to share our culture.
Can you tell me a little bit about the theme of luau this year?
So this year's theme, our luau coordinator, Bailey, she was bold enough to give us permission to use her family story about how her dad got diagnosed and cured from cancer recently. So we kind of took her family story from her point of view on each stage of when he was going through the cancer battle, and correlated it with the creation story. So we talked about like how on the last day God rested after creating the earth, and we talked about we connected that to how her family was kind of at rest with their relationship with God before all the commotion happened when he got diagnosed. And at the end of it, when he gets cured, we talked about how God created light at the very beginning of anything, and that was the purpose for everything that came after that. And the light really made way for the rest of the world to be created. And so we kind of correlate that with how if her dad didn't get cancer, then her family wouldn't have such a strong relationship with God like they do now, or they wouldn't be able to support other families who might be going through it the way that they do.
So what is normally the response that APU has to your events that you put on?
So I would say for our first semester event, APU loves it. They love coming out and getting free food, or just having an excuse to maybe step out of their comfort zone and really learn more about the culture. So the biggest thing for us is we just want to educate our community members about the authentic and traditional way to represent our culture. Because I think I've noticed like a lot of things are romanticized in our culture. So whether that's like, the biggest thing is, you know, in movies and TV shows. So whether it's like 51st dates, you know, where maybe people of our culture are shown as not so intelligent, or where our islands are just kind of viewed for like, oh, it's pretty, it's scenic. In movies like Aloha, it's something for us, the events are something for us to really educate more about just the rooted culture. And I know a lot of, in previous years, we've kind of received a little bit of backlash about maybe at our luau we're not as modest with our attire or the costumes that the dancers are wearing. But it really helps to come from an understanding and humbled point of view that our culture is carried out through everything. So it's carried out in the dance moves that we use. It's carried out in the attire that our dancers are wearing. So we're not up there, you know, to just show off, you know, like, for example, the men's bodies. We're there to show the culture and what the most authentic form of our culture.
What special qualities do you think the club PIO brings to the table?
I think PIO we really, I guess, gear ourselves around the value of family. So we really value just quality time with each other, getting to know each other more than just like, oh, how are you, you know? And really getting to know each other for where we grew up, what was our upbringing like, what's your life story? And that's something that I've definitely appreciated during my time here at APU. And I think if I'd gone to any other school, it wouldn't be the same. So I think for PIO, we definitely value just having each other at our side. So we really do encourage our members to just support each other, get to know each other, connect with each other. And that's why we just host so many meetings and events so that they can just meet each other and get connected that way.
What are some details that people should know about Pacific Islander organization?
I think the biggest thing is people just don't know how to get connected. And maybe they don't know when our events are, or maybe they want to know like when we're meeting or just what we stand for. So just a little plug, you can follow us at APU_Pacific Islanders on Instagram for more information just about what's going on throughout the year or just some announcements on what we have coming up. Or you can also email us at pacificislanders@apu.edu. If you have any questions about luau or just volunteering, if you want to be a part of it, or if you just want to come and watch the show, or if you just want to learn more about how you can be an active member in PIO.
Is there a history behind Pacific Islander organization? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So the Pacific Islander organization actually started out as the Hawaii Club by a group of students who just needed a home away from home. And they found themselves here at APU as a small group, but they wanted to learn more about maybe there's other, students here that identify the same as me. So they started a group just to hang out and just to have fun with each other. And 32 years later, now, we're one of the hugest ethnic orgs on campus. And we really just pride ourselves on that legacy and being able to have just a grounded and rooted family every single year.
How big is Pacific Islander organization? You talk a lot about, how many people are involved in luau, as well as like how many people would normally be involved first semester. What does that all look like?
So first semester, we have maybe like 50 to 70 students come out to our meetings and events. Really just varies on when students want to come out. But once luau comes around, that number just multiplies. So like now we have 160 dancers. We have, of those 160, we have maybe over 20 on our leadership board. We have about 60 volunteers so far, still need more, but there's a lot of people that just want their hands in on this huge project.
Lalea Miller, president of the Pacific Islanders organization here at APU, on behalf of Zoom Media and myself, we want to thank you so much for coming and taking time out to talk with us. And thank you for joining us here on Zoo TV. I'm Charissa Enns.